quick note to everybody, prices are going down. So when's the last time you saw prices on anything go down? I'm not talking about gas coming down 2 cents after it's gone up $2. I'm talking about a standard item going down in price, especially a custom. I think I can do this to where it will give a easier or lower price threshold for people who want to try out a Turley knife, who kind of like, I don't want to spend $600 on a knife just to try it out and see if I like it. So I think I can do this without, I know I can do this without lowering quality or fit and finish. And I think I can do this without affecting the secondary market, making the prices go down, because the prices on the new knives have gone down. Every model is going to have a base price, which is going to be lower. For example, we'll use the Model 1 Gasconade since it's the big seller. It was $610 for a base knife, but I have priced these things backwards for the last 20 years. I'm not a businessman. It's evident. So the way I used to price them was I priced the knife itself high and then priced the options very low. For example, spacers were like $10. But after 20 years, I realized that that's stupid. That's backwards for me and the customer, because the options are what takes the time and what costs the money. Base knife itself, yeah, it costs money and time, it takes time, but the more options you add on, the more difficult the options get, then the longer it takes. Therefore, it costs more money. I actually think it'll be better for both of us. So now, for example, a Gasconade, which used to be $610, is now $475 base price. So the base includes, it'll always be a half height grind, because grinds are where the difficulty comes in for me. So like a varied grind is going to be extra, and that's the thing. Options are going to be extra, and they're going to be quite a bit higher than they used to be. So a collector knife, say in the past, a Gasconade, optioned out with spacers and special handle material and grinds and stuff like that, it's probably going to be equivalent priced if you price out those options. So that won't drive the secondary market down. But if you don't want all those options, if you just want to try plain Gasconade, still same fit and finish, same warranty, everything else, it's going to be a whole lot cheaper, $475. So it's like $135 cheaper for a base knife. It'll always be a half height grind, and it will always be like a standard micarta or G10, something I can get easy. All the custom micartas, those will all be extra. All the custom animal material, that'll all be extra, an extra option. For example, you could get, like, say, a half height Gasconade, half height grind with say OD green canvas micarta, which is very, very common. I can get that. The supply chain is never, limited on that. I can get that easily with stainless handle bolts, no spacers, just your basic knife will be $475. Again, if you wanted to get the options involved, then that's where the pricing gets higher. So guards, they're priced, higher. Pommel plate knives have not changed. They're going to be the same price, because they take a long time to make. Anyone on the list, don't worry, your knife is not going to go up. So if you have a heavily optioned knife, your price quote is good. It won't go up. It might go down, however, depending on what your options are. I'll reprice it, and it might go down. Oh, also an option change, actually a standard change. I'm now doing Duracoat finishes on the flats of the knife. Whereas before it was heat treat scale. I just left the heat treat scale on. I'm doing Duracoat finishes, which will enable me to actually be faster, but it will also, I know this sounds like a sales pitch, but it's the truth, it will also allow for better grinds. And the reason that is without getting too technical and getting too long-winded, if I leave the heat treat scale on and I try to grind a convex varied grind, right, it's easy to just hit that heat treat scale and make it look like crap. And all it takes is like a 32nd of an inch, a millimeter, and it's wobbly. And I can't do anything about it, right? Because that heat treat scale is there. It's an erase. If you erase it, it's never coming back. So it's like cutting a board too short. So now with the Duracoat, I can make a bobble, and I can Duracoat it with a mask, a line, and it doesn't affect the quality of the grind or anything. It just looks better and looks good, and I haven't screwed this grind up that I've been working on. So now I can do a full convex, true convex varied grind, which has not happened yet. It has once or twice in the past because I didn't take an order on it. I just wanted to see if I could do it skill-wise, and it's incredibly difficult for me. So this will allow for a better grind, a true convex, whereas now with the heat treat scale on and a varied grind, that's going to be a flat convex. So a good grind, but not as good as it's going to be this way. There's, man, I don't know how many colors. 300 colors the Duracoat offers, and I'm going to be doing standard antique brown, which kind of looks like a muzzleloader finish, and a flat black, which kind of looks like the heat treat finish, but not as varied. But then if you order, you can order whatever color you want. If you want ivory handles, like ivory micarta handles, and then you want the flats to match that, we can do it. And I have done that in the past, and it looks pretty cool. But that may not be your thing, so you can go with the antique brown or the black. And it's not that drastic of a change. It doesn't look that different. As a matter of fact, you can go on my Instagram now and you can see the latest batch. Three of those knives have the antique brown Duracoat flats, and you can see what it looks like. It looks pretty good, I think. 10 minutes of me running my pie hole. If you didn't understand any of these terms that I used, I get it. Just ask, just hit me up in the comments and say, hey, what's a varied grind? Or hey, what are flats? Because I use terminology that is common to me, but is uncommon to you. So I understand that. Just hit me up. Thanks for looking. Hope you guys are enjoying the direction that things are going, and hope you're kind of excited about this price change. Let me know what you think. Oh, I forgot. It's very important. The site does not reflect this right now. Don't pay attention to that. The pricing is old pricing. So if you go and you're like, I want to order a Gasconade with these options, and the price is still $610 or whatever, just email me and I'll price it out for you. I'll get you a price quote for the new pricing. It's just gonna take me a while to get that website updated. It's a lot of work and you don't care. It's just a pain in the neck. So, yep, don't pay attention to the pricing on there. Okay, bye.